Hopefully for their sake, it's a map they definitely have in their pocket to use. They're going to need to come out stronger on the CT side, and it looks like they've been able to do so off the bat here. We're going to have the return kill come back in for both sides, and fleav trying to push in towards long, looking for another, and he gets it as well. And has to be careful. I mean, luckily for him, it's only one other player, and it's going to be smooya with the bomb, so they're not going to try to challenge him yet again as they're trying to take the A side, and mopoz has been able to do so towards bank, but smooya, again, he's got the bomb. He's being flanked in on. He's got to be very careful. Luckily, he doesn't have to worry about the front. mopoz clears the way. The bomb should get planted here momentarily, and it should come down to an after-plant situation.
They've managed to retreat. Spots a couple, so a lot of information garnered here. And, well, they've got to try and move on to this site quickly. mopoz already picking off one smooya. Not spotted up close. It's a bit of a whiff. Not going well, and his teammate even comes in. And
you're not a tier 1 team, right? If you're not your Astralis.
If you're not number 1.
Exactly, right? You don't want to ever beat your ceiling. And I feel like at some point, open for the most part. And Movistar with the early kill into kory, why wouldn't you? But there it is. Color comes in. Big double and the triple. Well done by him. They didn't expect him to be there. And he paints the B site red. As I was looking for number 4. And he's going to get it. Don't tell me he pulls off an ace by himself. They were down a player.
Oh, not quite. I'm sure he's a little bit frustrated. Cooling on the B site. It was all up to kolor in that situation. But thankfully, he thrives. Now, that was a bit of a bonus round. Although already, torzsi has managed to find...
They are the favorite team. But you definitely can't sleep on them. And the thing is, I actually like the way that Movistar were playing so slow in the last round. They got the early kill into kory, so, you know, don't rush in. Let's just play it slow. Let's go for the trades. But then kolor just said, nah, don't worry about it, guys. I got this. And now with Budapest Five with 2 early kills, looking to maintain their man advantage. Now Alex has something to say about it. And again, those rotations towards B through connector. I'm not sure why torzsi repeaks that, to be honest. I think you should have saw that smooya had the op there. And that puts things into a 3-on-3 situation.
Risk not worth taking. Nice Molotov, but he actually sticks it out and gets 2 for his money. smooya now left alone. Try and head through the smoke. He should be dead here. Coolio just waiting on the other side, and a second round on the...
It looks like they're going to get a little bit aggressive. Look at this. Coolio leading the way. Flashbang through. They catch one off completely. mopoz will fall.
Switch here. Obviously, kolor looks a bit mental from this angle, but he is just playing the anti-flash. There's no flash to be had, though. They just swing. And while that's almost 2...
Extremely well. They're getting some clean rounds as well. He hasn't really started to bank up too much for them, but this is a good start. And so it's really hard to predict where you're going to be peaking from, allowing a player like torzsi to really capitalize. And speaking of that, kory tries going for the flank. He gets Alex down. That's the bomb dropped. And again, just trying to focus on staying alive. But speaking of staying alive, smooya gets the kill. And there should be a bomb plant. But look at this. Look at the T side. Who is that pushing? Is that shokz? Is he flanking around on them? There's no way Budapest Five are going to expect this.
I like this play, although actually I don't even... Yeah, this is one of those situations where I feel like Movistar... I don't want to say get a bit lucky, but there are a few...
To just completely crack open a site and to allow them to have so many different angles to hit on towards, I believe it was kory. Speaking of hitting on towards kory, he's going to follow the mopoz. A little bit of a team flash coming through. kolor's going to respawn. Nice little nade to come through as well. And take down smooya, so kolor...
They should be able to do just that. Eventually a flank will be coming in, and the spam shot's probably not going to find anything. Slightly safer spot right in front of the gap. Well, in fact, just look at the fallback. The majority of the players for Movistar have just decided to retreat all the way back, but it might be a bit of a bait because mopoz is actually still sat on the side.
Well, he was. He's going to take him down. There's only one smoke to use, actually, which I think kolor's going to throw out right now, directly on top of the bomb. Looks like they might try to stick it, eventually able to get on top of it, but will there be anyone to spray it down? shokz is up close. He knows it's going to be going on. The bomb is still being stuck, and that's going to pull off a Budapest win. And torzsi gets a kill at the very end. So that takes down the... kory, flashbang in. Some decent damage done, but he's going to be overwhelmed, but he does have some backup out of fleav. And how is this man still alive? Finally, he's going to be taken down and still is going to be able to pick himself up a quick double. And just like that, quick little execution, not even an execution, catching out the CT side.
Didn't win the pistol. Those couple of rounds gave a bit of a bonus to Movistar, but they're already on 5-all. If this half...
That's coolio again. Good nade comes through. Flashbang does force him off the angle. However, a second flashbang comes through, and they're still going to take him down without him getting a single kill, but fleav's going to be here, and he's going to get himself 2 colors there as well.
Interestingly, Steel's actually thrown the bomb over. So it looks like he's going to try and watch the cross. Manages the one, but there is fleav, and he's just going to close things out. That's where things can become a little bit more difficult. There's also a map, as said, that they don't really play too much. mopoz once again. He's had a couple of rounds where he's been able to find the opener. Definitely the strongest performer so far on Movistar, and it's very aggressive from torzsi, and that's the weakness. He misses his shot, and everything falls apart. shokz with a double. Quiet game for him as well, but a round brought home, and again, kolor's sort of in a situation where, sure, the money's going to be screwed no matter what, but going for a 1 versus 5, probably not.
Yeah, maybe get a couple of kills, keep Movistar a little bit honest. But we did see the stack come in towards short. They lose the one player. torzsi gets aggressive off the back of that to look for information and look for a kill. He gets punished, and they completely get...
I don't see that happening. fleav been given the rifle to try and be the hero, but the fact is smooya is ready and waiting for aggression at this stage. Like, it's been so consistent. However, a peek from Alex, and there's no trade. He went alone. All of his teammates had fallen back.
They even caught me off guard. I was expecting it all to continue to push up to getting that first kill. Instead, like you mentioned, they backed away. They're heading back towards the B site. It's kolor trying to defend this, and what a 1D gun to mopoz.
He might just look to try and take a risk here. He's only got a deagle. If he can deny the plant, that could be perfect. And actually, it's kory with the spam alongside him. 15 seconds left. They need to get this bomb down. And, well, there needs to be someone trying to cover him off. shokz somehow manages a kill and has got that plant. But smooya's being flanked. He needs to clear this player out and stop them getting onto the defuse. I think he's going to be killed from behind. Nothing he can do. Movistar, they had the chance to pretty much dominate this first half. And they've made huge mistakes. Like, I have to be real here. Like, most of the time when you consider a round versus pit.
But you can see they're relatively spread, right? They have a player in towards short, actually towards water, I should say. That's going to be shokz. He gets the kill on the fleav, who I'm assuming was trying to jump spot.
Yeah, he wall banged him.
Yeah.
He just sprayed straight through. So that is as rough a start as you're going to get. Leaves the 2B players. Now, they should know that a lot of the time they've been playing to the right. The flashbang is superb. shokz has just set up mopoz for an easy double, putting their foot down on this map. And, of course, he has no choice but to try and save. But chances are, although Movistar's economy is not amazing...
It might work out against him. We check the right-hand side where torzsi's going to be waiting. And he checks it, but it doesn't seem to matter. torzsi gets the kill, and now the rest of the T side can easily push on this players like this, unless they want to save their own weapons.
shokz is running in and knifing in the smoke. For smooya to thrive. Like, you get him that AWP, the A side of the map is locked.
Oh, Shadow's going to give this away as they do jump across. Straight to a shooting gallery, but kory smooya comes in with a quick double. Redeems himself from for the pistol round on the other half. But it's still going to be down to a 2-on-2. There's a battle towards connector, which we see fleav win. And there was potentially a battle towards long as mopoz now left alone against 2, but the B site's left open, and we can see the 2 Ts be moving directly towards that. Be able to hear them go in that direction, but to pull us off at a 1-on-2, luckily, he does have the kit on his side. But this is going to be so tough to take. Oh, they shut the door on him as well.
Actually, both here. That's very, very clever from Budapest Five.
Cleanly. smooya's been able to get in towards connector from this one, which is kory going to be waiting off towards the side. They're actually not going to be looking towards him. He gets the first 2 down. Such a shame for them to not have one control. But fleav, he's been the one who's been able to push in. He's got 3 players to find. The backup's finally coming through. There's still so many kills to be had.
Yeah, there's 3 players already waiting on this site. One of them being smooya, who's wrapped around into short. So getting the plant here is going to be nigh on impossible. Okay. They've actually managed to do some damage, but I like this. smooya just going to re-aggress. His 3rd kill of the round already to the way to A. So it won't actually be the rifle here, although... Oh, I like this. It's a bait and switch. They've got 2 players there. Surely they're not going to expect a second now. You've already killed 1 man, and Steel is just sat hiding. Again, we spoke about the little rat angles. This is probably as ratty as he gets. Free kill onto the man planting. He used another word. But, yeah, he basically just went, oh, I realized I was better than them, so I just ran in and started killing them. And that's what seems to be happening here. Like, he's getting into a point where he's just like, oh, I am better than these people. I will just start taking fights all over the shop. And again, it's a scary time if you're on the other side of things, because when he gets into a rhythm, there's little you can do. fleav, good position, though. And, well, this time smooya's going to get punished. And then that's the other side of the coin. Like, he can win you around. Maybe he can let it slip away.
No, now it's time for the rest of his team to step up here. Unfortunately, shokz isn't going to be the one, but Alex off to the side. That's going to be the bomb now down with a lot of time remains, so there's still a chance for...
Second incendiary. The first one used to slow them down, then the second one to deny the plant again. They've had to go for a slightly unorthodox plant, and actually it's open enough that Alex gets a free kill. It's left onto fleav. Maybe not renowned for his AWPing, but just in a clutch. He's actually watching Monster. Didn't expect anybody to push short after the initial incendiary. Maybe the time took too long for him to truly believe he was still there, and well, a position that it's rough to win, especially with an AWP. So can't harp too much on him. The problem now, even with
out every single time, and now the hits coming towards B. No shots really fired just yet. A lot of utilities being thrown in, but Alex can be the first to fall. mopoz going to take up his stride, and he's going to follow as well. shokz going to be here. shokz and Steel together. The double S's trying to shut this site down as shokz gets himself a second and a third off the back of Steel's flash. torzsi trying to come in over the barrels, and he gets the quick scope on shokz's dome. We still have 2 players left to find, and now it's all on over towards barrels.
Is he going to be hiding again?
Probably.
Oh, no, he's actually going to get the timing peak. fleav is something that he can definitely work with if you can sort of almost tame him at times. But, okay, mopoz. Together, I think it can at least challenge for top 20, maybe higher. So I hope he can get that done. For now, though, it's looking pretty good for the Budapest Five. He should be aware, especially because this is the one angle they really need to make sure is clear. And good on Kory for making sure that it's not going to happen twice.
I was about to say, you can't keep getting away with this, Tom. Bomb's going to go down. shokz, it's a clean little dome onto coolio. torzsi's going to respawn, at least shokz by himself. The problem is they're facing him one by one. They got to face him as... Well, more than that, they want to lock him down. They do eventually. But we are seeing like shokz in that last round. I mean, some really clean kills out of them. If they had one more person left alive, maybe they could have locked it down. And well, now Alex is going to be here as well, and they're already getting some early kills up against...
Counting out Budapest Five from this round. I'd like them to prove me wrong, but there's not really been much. That's a damn good flash, though. However, there is a second player that they've got to deal with up close, and shokz, I like that. He re-aggresses to short, takes the control instead, and just slaughters them as they walk in. From what we can see, there's 2 over towards Ivy, 1 slowly sneaking his way through, and torzsi... Oh, I was about to say that should be a free kill, but a little bit dicey.
Yeah, no one watching out. T-Main just walks completely unscathed. smooya gets dinked up to 20 HP as well, and torzsi gets himself a second kill. This P250 paying dividends on the investment. Now Kory coming around the corner still just can't seem to win out on this train. It's all gone the way of Budapest Fives. They don't lose a single member.
A point on a map. A site, I guess you could call it. My mind just went blank for a second. But normally you sort of stack up. Now, Steel has managed to get an opener, and there is still another player in the form of mopoz who had a fantastic showing in the last map. Kory will at least trade things back into an even scenario, but they've taken a lot of damage. 2 players tagged. smooya going to add another to the body pile and leave just 3 players to try and hold on to this. Now, sure, the weaponry's still in their favor, and I don't believe there's a kit, but this is starting to get rough. A kill straight through smoke. mopoz nails another, and well, you can bounce that Molotov onto the bomb. I don't think it's going to deny anywhere near enough time, and in fact, they've got a smoke on it. Already, somebody's defusing.
Yeah, no kits. They have to stick the whole 10 seconds, and torzsi's already given it up as well, trying to save this AK into the next round. It looks like he should be able to, but that damage being done, Movistar losing...
Wasn't really worth the upgrade. We are going to see the spot coming in. Nade thrown out from mopoz. He actually doesn't get the pick, but smooya, as said, playing that rotational role is quick enough to at least deny a full push onto the site. And Kory, not quite prepared for them to run through the smoke. It's made things quite awkward. Already a bit of an interesting position for them to be in. They haven't managed to gain any map control, but they're still finding the frags. An advantageous position. Alex hoping that somebody hands him a peek, but instead smooya is just still pushing. Didn't have any real support there from Alex, who was definitely wary of the flank. And now he ends up in a 1 versus 2. Takes down the first, an AWP-on-AWP battle as torzsi still lurks around the halls. And he does just get straight onto that bomb. He needs to go for the denial. I don't think he's going to expect him just to stick it all the way. Alex with the balls of steel. I'm going to just mind game you and just go for the all-out play. Now they've Molotov Steel out of position. Kolor tries to jump down. And that does not pay off whatsoever. Steel still surviving and actually peeks with the flash. Smart stuff to gain 2 kills in a position where realistically he should have got absolutely nothing. shokz has got to be careful, but fleav had an opportunity, and again, it's going to be completely missed. And now smooya does have that AWP in hand. It's a leg shot for torzsi. He needed much more than that. Does at least get a kill, but flying through the air, he will be picked off.
Ooh, double up side here for Budapest Five, and I think that's why we're seeing Steel get aggressive here. Flashbang comes through, no one directly to compete against, but he takes the spray onto the first, but Kory's able to take him down in the meantime.
How is mopoz already here?
Yeah, he's been pushing nonstop.
I'm very confused in this scenario. He's going to come in on the flank in a second. It might not even matter too much because there's so many teammates still coming in. Is he going for a knife? No, he is eventually just going to kill off his opponent. Peek coming back through the smoke. Somehow this has still ended in a 2 versus 2 situation, and mopoz might actually be caught here, re-peeking the angle. Has an HE to try and do a little bit of extra damage, and they turn their backs to him. Not quite facing the main threat that they have. What is torzsi doing? He knows where this man is. He has to at this point. Coolio finally puts down mopoz, but it comes to a 1 versus 1. 25 seconds, bomb in the open. I almost feel like Coolio has to go for the kill here. The call has been made that he's low. Maybe not quite as low as maybe smooya expects. It would still have to be a couple of bullets connected. 10 seconds. He doesn't need to peek, but I guess, again,
for this flat-out aggression that Movistar Riders are using against him.
This is so weird. It's almost like they've taken so much control that they're battling back from their own spots, and they don't lose a play.
Finish this one off, and 9-1. Obviously, Movistar Riders, yeah, they lost out 4 players, but they had so much money in the bank, it didn't matter. shokz immediately gets towards Pop, gets 2. smooya gets 1 in the meantime with AWP, and, well, this quick push out towards the outer bomb site has been shut down.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Yeah, this A-site holder's looked stellar pretty much all the way through. Like, smooya's died 3 times. He's currently 16-3. And, yeah, this is kind of what we mentioned. It looks like smooya might be having a little bit of fun. And that's the thing.
Oh!
We know
ups and downs of having an emotional player, right? When you're doing well, it helps you stay doing well. But once you're frustrated, it's really hard to get back into the game. And smooya right now, he's hitting all shots. 2 comes in, and Kula's going to shut him down thereafter. Still down to the 3-on-3, is looking to take the site here for Budapest 5. The bomb currently down towards lower, though. Molotov a little bit preemptive, but it doesn't seem to matter as it takes Coolio down. And now torzsi, this is the perfect opportunity for him to get quite a few kills and potentially get the rounds on the board. He gets the spray onto the first. He gets the second as well.
Up here could gift him a kill. I think even at this stage, he's starting to get a little bit confused. The bomb is going to be planted. Going to try and spot to see the smoke. So clearing him is not going to be easy. He needs a little bit of Steel's luck as he will go walking through the smoke, and it's an easy kill in the end. torzsi.
So they shut down yet again in a different way. We saw this 2 rounds before where they tried to rush into the outer bomb site and got shut down. This time they stop it with Molotovs, and then Alex in the meantime peeks Ivy and gets a kill onto Coolio. Not only do they have a man advantage, they also have kolor down to 7 HP.
It seems like the victories or even the close rounds have been few and far between. And what are the chances of the match you take in this round, Jason?
Well, with my curse, I'm not going to say anything. Okay, now I can say it. torzsi left alone against 5. Might get the bomb planted. Steel should be shutting this down. It's not even that. And that's the...
Again, maybe it wasn't as crazy as I thought, but I'm imagining it being as ridiculous as you might think. I do remember he had a lineup at one point which went from the connector between the sides to pop dog. Like, he had an AWP lineup that would kill someone in pop if they were there. Like, he seems to learn things that are just going to irritate you. So it was very possible he's learned how to kill the planter, which it's kind of gross.
I mean, he sometimes sees it as too much of an advantage to be able to see his enemies, so he has to put himself...
Look at it!
We're just feeding each other grapes.
Oh, yeah. Chocolate strawberries, all that jazz. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It's not getting any better. I mentioned how the last results we've had from Movistar smooya, 26 kills, 30 kills. He's at 26 kills currently in 16 rounds. So, been almost untouchable. You could see why the addition to this roster